You're watching CarTell TV and I'm Simone.
The 2019 Tucson is a facelifted version of the beloved car.
Every facelift is supposed to add some styling flair to the existing model and some new features, and also fix some niggles that have been discovered in the meantime.
Well, the pre-facelift Tucson was a damn good car in its class and price range.
So good, in fact, that I bought one. Let's see what Hyundai thought it could do better without introducing a whole new model.
I have a reason to bicker even before we start the review. Facelifts also introduce more bling, but the producers gave me the Active X to review.
That's right, in this video I'll be reviewing the 2019 Hyundai Tucson in the Active X trim, which is the second of 4 trim levels, and I had the diesel engine. I had hoped I'd get to enjoy the new Highlander with all of its perks, but no.
Styling changes are not big, but then again, the pre-facelift model still looks fresh. The additions include more chrome for the grille, slightly different LED headlights, and redesigned tail lights.
With the two cars side by side, the differences are easily noticeable, but the new Tucson is still unmistakably Tucson.
The front hosts a massive grille and these beautiful lights, while the first view of the side unmistakably slots the Tucson into the compact SUV territory. This one has 17-inch wheels, while the 2 higher trim levels get 18 and 19-inch wheels.
To me, it looks like they've sharpened everything up where it matters. Anyway, that's enough about the exterior, let's move on to the engine.
The entry-level Go trim comes with a 2-litre naturally aspirated engine with 121 kilowatts and 203 newton meters of torque from 4,000 revs.
In all honesty, it falls short of the other 2 options. It's front-wheel drive only and comes with a 6-speed automatic or 6-speed manual.
The second option is a 1.6-litre turbo petrol with 130 kilowatts and 265 newton meters of torque from 1,500 revs.
It's paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox and it introduces all-wheel drive.
The last option is a 2-litre common rail turbo diesel with 136 kilowatts and 400 newton meters of torque from 1,750 revs.
It's also all-wheel drive and it's mated to an 8-speed automatic. This is the one I have here.
It's nice to drive. 400 newton meters is a lot and they come pleasantly low in the rev range. Moreover, the 8-speed automatic gives plenty of versatility and the official fuel consumption of 6.4 litres per 100 kilometres.
Really, really good for a car of this size, shape and weight.
Speaking of the gearbox, I was surprised to see how confident it is.
Gearboxes with so many speeds often have the problem of hunting for gears.
Especially when going uphill and they shift up to save fuel, but then start losing momentum and shift down, and then up again and down.
Well, not this one. It chooses gears pretty well and never needs much of an adjustment.
Just like the Santa Fe Jenny reviewed recently, the Tucson also comes with H-Track, which is an intelligent 4-wheel drive system from Hyundai.
It actively changes the amount of torque that the front and rear axles get, and also adds traction control, making the Tucson very sure-footed.
The facelift also brings changes in suspension and steering.
Since I own the pre-facelift model and I wasn't sure what changes Hyundai would make,
I was pleasantly surprised by the new model. I mean, don't get me wrong, the last model is really good. A great mix of comfort and control. The new one is not much different, but noise and vibrations are noticeably lower.
Also, I have to emphasize how comfortable the Tucson is on bad roads. It would have to be one of the best, if not the best, in its class.
Steering is a bit more responsive as well, which adds to the driving feel and gives the impression of more involvement. Another set of complaints about the trim level comes with the Active X's lack of safety systems.
However, the Active X that I have here comes with a SmartSense safety package that's available across all trim levels. It has loads of safety perks that I'll talk about later.
Changes are far more noticeable on the inside, and this is what the Tucson really needed.
Look, there's no doubt with the Tucson that the drive and the exterior have always been good. And when it comes to the interior, I've always thought that my older model Active X was fine, but it is starting to feel a little outdated against competitors like the CX-5.
The redesign brought a far better look and a more premium feel that makes the Tucson really up to date.
It's a redesign, but the interior is all new.
Just as an example of the premium upgrades, I'm in the second lowest trim level, and even the one below this one gets this fine wrap section on the dashboard.
Leather seats come on all but the entry trim level and are pretty comfortable.
The front also gets 2 cup holders and several storage spaces, while the Highlander has wireless charging. The facelift introduces an 8-inch infotainment screen with very good graphics and responsive interface. It also comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
Unfortunately, this lower trim has a 7-inch screen, but to be honest, it looks big enough.
Aside from the size, the screen from the top 2 trim levels also gets satellite navigation with live traffic updates and 3 years of HERE map care. Once again, that's the version I don't have here.
We're used to the Tucson giving us plenty of space in the second row, and the latest version doesn't disappoint.
The seats are also comfortable, and the folding armrest hosts 2 cup holders. The rear of the central console hosts a novelty in the form of a USB charging point.
But there is only one, so apparently there's a whole new reason for your kids to argue during long trips.
If you don't have kids in the back, but adults, they'll enjoy great headroom, especially in a model that has no panoramic roof. On the other hand, the panoramic roof is a damn fine addition.
With all seats up, the Tucson gives 488 litres of boot space. Now, it's not class leading, but it's definitely within class standard.
Standard safety features across the range include ABS, brake assist, EBD, downhill brake control, hill start assist, rollover sensor, impact sensing automatic unlocking, ISOFIX, rear view camera with dynamic guidelines, traction control, and vehicle stability management.
The ActiveX adds rear parking sensors and tyre pressure monitoring. Higher trim levels add more advanced features as standard, but I'm going to tell you about the additions that the optional Smart Sense package brings to the 2 lower trim levels.
It has blind spot monitoring, driver attention warning, forward collision avoidance system, high beam assist, lane keep assist, rear cross traffic alert, smart cruise control, electronic parking brake with auto hold and drive mode select, the latter available only on non-entry level engines.
This pack is well worth the money and standard in the top 2 trim levels. Not the one I have here. Okay, that's the last time I'm going to complain about the lower trim level that Hyundai sent me. And remember, I do this because I love the Tucson.
It is such a good car, and the top trim level introduces loads of advanced comfort and safety features, turning it into a car that would justify a noticeably higher price. Prices for the Tucson range from $27,990 and work their way up to just over $54,000 for the top range Highlander I don't have here. I think that the ActiveX comes with the most features that make the Tucson a good purchase, and addition of the optional safety pack makes it a lot better.
What I would skip is the entry-level naturally aspirated engine. I'm not really sure who would go for it. I mean, it consumes the most fuel, has the least power, and comes only in the base trim.
The choice between the other 2 engines depends on your preference. The petrol gives a great push, but consumes more.
The diesel is a tiny bit louder, but has loads of torque and winning fuel efficiency. Add the safety pack, and you have a great all-round car. Thanks for watching CarTell TV. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking at buying a car like the Tucson, remember cleverbuyers.com.au. It takes the hassle out of car shopping, and you can let the dealers come to you with their best offer. See you soon.